Welcome to the channel, guys. So, as you're an investor and if you are a regular investor in the market, then you understand there's a good lot of opportunity in terms of stocks and mutual funds, ETF, variety of market-linked instruments. So, I was investing myself today in particularly Nifty index, rather ETF, via ETF, and then Nifty Pharma. I feel those two indices probably is a good buy. I mean, at least first cut, you might say, if you are a long-term investor. Keeping that in mind, I just felt me a few things we all should know. So what I'm looking at, I'll quickly go into ETFs, how they are different than a regular mutual fund, and then expense ratio and tracking error. Expense ratio, you might have heard the term with respect to the mutual funds, and tracking error. I'll just get into the details. So let's start with this page, that normally I use. Okay, so if you can see, this is in Nifty India. Of course, it's Indian Nippon with the AMC that they have. And if you look at that, you look at NAV, then asset under management, the expense ratio, yeah, 0.05. I quickly go into this page and then come into the details, and then we come back again here. Yeah? The interesting point you want to know, what is this tracking error? Expense ratio, you may know, you may not know, that's absolutely fine. And what I quickly get into peers, just so you understand when we get into the details why this is important, right? So this is 0.05. At the same point of time, you see this tracking error across all same, right? And keep in mind, this is an ETF tracking Nifty 50 index. This is important. Keep that in mind once you get into the presentation and become. So keep in mind expense ratio and then tracking error. Liquidity also important. For now, we ignore this part for now. Yeah. So let's get into details here. One second. So you can see that, right? So first we'll understand how these ETFs are in a way different than mutual fund. So mutual fund, I mean, it's almost all the major countries, whether you have UK, USA. So it's a mutual fund for India. India, we have HDFC AMC, we have ICICI Pru AMC, we have Aditya Birla AMC, SBI AMC. So they hire someone expert, maybe guy who has done CA, paper, that level, and he's expected to beat the market, right? Mhm. So he, in a way, picks certain stocks and create a mutual fund. That's basically, let's say, 20, 20, 50, and he try to beat the market that he competing with. So in the market, it's basically indices. Let's say I have a Nifty 50 index fund, right? So basically, I'm trying to beat Nifty 50 that's already listed in NSE or BSE. So this convert case, if you Nifty 50, now 50 stocks that we have. So this guy, in a way, will have onset of filtration, onset of knowledge criteria, and he will try to beat the market. Yeah? Second is the ETF. So what happens in ETF is that they just replicate what it is. If you go to Nifty 50, I'll just show you maybe Nifty 50 index, and then we know what we mean by Nifty 50. Yeah. So Nifty 50 index fund. Yeah. That's fine, but we can just go into ID money. Maybe they have already. Yeah. So see that these are index fund. Okay. These are not ETF. Okay. So these are fund that still will replicate it. So these are mutual fund, not ETF. I repeat again. And if you look at any of the composition, they will in a way try to replicate market itself. Top holding can get to details. These are the same companies even Nifty 50 index in NSE or BSE will have. Yeah. So how these in a way different than the ETF. Yeah. We get back again to our slides here. Mhm. So there are few key differences. So normally ETF will have a less expense ratio. What is expense ratio? And for example, you look at this one 0.05, and index fund, I think is some Nippon or someone UTI that I picked up this number from. So they look at 0.15 of a difference. So we'll understand why. But keep a number in the mind for now. Yeah. Okay. So this one we discussed. There are two ways to activate the market. One, just they create their own mutual fund, some sort of expert. Right? In second scenario, they just copy the percentage allocation that we have Nifty 50, or let's say Nifty Pharma or anyone, right, and just replicate it as it is. Yeah. In So that's again, there's a mutual fund and ETF. ETF being listed on an index itself, so you can go and buy and sell that. But a mutual fund will based on the entire movement on those stocks. End of the day, that's called NAV. Okay, but since I'm at the moment just looking at ETFs, I'll get into so what is this expense ratio, whether it's a mutual fund or a ETF? So of course, the guy who are working for that fund, the mutual fund, that will distribute, say, the management. They have a company, they have to pay the salary, right? Administrative cost, then the distribution fees. Once the of course, mutual funds, like SBI, they also distribute their partner channel. So these, in a way, they have to bear the cost, right? Whatever research analysis they are doing, or for the actual for the mutual fund, that the fund manager actively managing that. Yeah. So now, just to understand you, right? So let's say you 20,000 you invested in certain fund. The expense is 2%. You understand too, right? So 400 you have to give them. So that 400 is not going to market. That's so simple. So whatever expense ratio out of your money, right? The percentage, of course, that is not getting into the market. You are losing that. Hence, expense is a very critical factor in determining the return. This may not be relevant for 20,000, but look at maybe you have a 10 lakh, right? Then look at the percentage. Then look at the recurring annual, right? Annually, how much you have to give it to them. And then look at the return. Then you understand the importance. Why this is important in the long term. Okay. This is called tracking error. So what happens once these funds, ETFs, replicate the composition of the listed Nifty 50, for example, right? What happens? The movement in the market and the ETF, right? There will be a bit of difference. That's called tracking difference, right? Look at here itself. It's an ETF who's trying to replicate ABC index, have a 8.3, and that's ABC index has a 10% of, let's say, for example, yearly, of course, 1 year performance, right? So 1.7% you are just losing because of that tracking difference. But the one we just saw, 0.03 of tracking difference, that's absolutely fine. My understanding is not above zero point 0.5 or zero point 0.6, but it completely depends which index you're talking about and that particular category, of course. Yeah. So that's how it is. Okay. So this is tracking difference. That is important. Now we'll again go back to our list that we are looking at. Right. Now this makes sense to you, right? So this is fine. Now tracking error constant. Of course, you can look at yearly basis, 2 3 years down the line. Tracking error remains same. Then of course, either you choose this one, uh, yeah, or this one. Both are same. Similarly, we just look at uh, maybe Pharma base. Let's see. I'm not saying you to buy. I'm just looking at, or maybe if they have this here, Pharma Beach. Let me see here. They may not have, but that's fine. Always get into. So it's there, right? Yeah. Again, look at that. Again, so this is expense ratio is high, but this is an index. This is ETF again, but the expense ratio is quite high. 0.04 of tracking error. Do they have they are showing peers here? Maybe not. But yeah, that way whether you're investing into what's the expense ratio and you can choose the index you want to invest in. It could be consumer goods or whatever but look at tracking error always the expenses you before you invest. That's on a high level. If hope that helps. And with that, we quickly get you to summarize the entire video yourself. So active passive, expense ratio, then the tracking error. That's a tracking error, basically a difference between uh, the composition of the index they are trying to, for example, Nifty 50 or relevant, and what's the difference between that ETF return versus the index return, and that's the tracking error. We should be very careful here. Is high number of tracking not good idea. Yeah, hope this helps in some way. If you really like the content on our channel, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.